I'm Heather.
I'm Max.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Miles.
And we are going to be making soft pretzel sticks today. Yeah. You got some excited kids.
Yay!
So this recipe I got out of a cookbook that was from the 60s, and it came to me in a bunch of stuff when my great aunt passed away. And actually it came to me in a box of yarn for some reason. Now it's from a town in Michigan that I cannot pronounce the name of. It starts with an F. So,
probably
what?
Frankenmuth?
Yes, Frankenmuth. That's it. So it's a cookbook from like way back in the day. So we are going to do the soft pretzel recipe that I got out of it. Jack is measuring out our brown sugar, and then Miles is going to measure out our yeast. Max is getting our warm water. So what we're going to do is we're going to dissolve our sugar in our warm water and then proof our yeast in the warm water. So Max got the brown sugar dissolved in the water, and now Miles is going to put our yeast into the brown sugar water mixture. And you want to make sure it's warm water, not super hot, not cold, because if it's not warm, your yeast won't activate right. I'm gonna go have Miles set the timer for 5 minutes, and we're gonna let that yeast proof for 5 minutes. And the reason you wanna do that is to make sure that your yeast is alive and active. And you'll be able to tell because it'll get real bubbly and it'll like get that foamy look to it. I'm gonna have Miles tilt the camera down so you can look in here and see what your yeast is supposed to look like. So can you tilt it down, buddy? So that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be kind of foamy. It doesn't really look like yeast anymore. That's what you're looking for. We are going to take our yeast, we're going to dump it in here, and then we're going to put our oil in it. And then we're just going to whisk this up. And I will put this recipe over on our Going Batty website, so that way you guys can have it. And then we're going to start by dumping our flour and our salt in here and just kind of start stirring it up. And this one I'm not going to do with a mixer because actually the recipe didn't call for it. It just called for you to mix it up by hand and then knead it out on the counter. All right, so I have maybe about half to a quarter cup of flour left in my bowl. I did 5 3/4 cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this out onto our surface here, and I'm going to hand knead the rest of this flour in as I knead it. So you're looking for a smooth dough that's not sticky. Alright, so I've got it to where it's not sticky anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to knead it for about 3 minutes by hand. And then we're going to put it in a bowl that Miles has oiled, and we're going to let it raise for 45 minutes.
It's Going Batty, guest starring Meemaw.
So we've got it to where it's smooth. We've kneaded it till it's smooth. You're going to push on it and it's going to kind of spring back like that. So what we're going to do now, just kind of put it into like a round, like make it round. We're putting it into an oil bowl. We're just kind of moving it around so oil gets all over it, because what can happen sometimes is the top will dry out and it'll get like, or you'll put a tea towel on it and the tea towel will stick. We're actually going to use plastic wrap. I prefer to put plastic wrap on it. It doesn't seem to stick as much. And we're going to let this raise for 45 minutes. So when you come to Meemaw's house, you don't ever leave hungry. And she made us this amazing like tortellini with little sausage meatball soup, and this looks amazing. All right, so I have my lovely mom here with me, and we are going to punch down this dough, and then we're going to turn it out and knead it a couple times, and then we're going to cut it into 24 pieces, and we're going to roll it into 9-inch long and about a 1/2 inch width. Yeah, it's tall. So, all right, so that was good. All Our next step is we've got them all on our parchment paper on our baking sheets. My oven is set at 450. I have a pot of boiling water here that has 3/4 of a cup of baking soda in it. Now the original recipe called for lye and like food grade lye. I don't even know where to even find that, but baking soda can be substituted in that process because again, like I don't know where you get food grade lye. So we're going to put our pretzel sticks in the water for about a minute, and then we're going to kind of assembly line this a little bit. My mom is going to put a egg wash on it and then put the salt on it, and then once that's done we're going to pop them into the oven. I actually made a bit of a mistake. You're going to boil them for 30 seconds, so pretty much you're going to put them in, flip them over, and then kind of pull them out. When my kids were little, they used to do this all the time. Now, Katie's 15, so, but they used to...
oven's warm and the house is cold.
But they used to wait by the oven when I would bake things. In fact, Jack had a little stool that he would sit on and watch things bake in the oven.
I can't get the stool over here. There's a stool.
So we have just put our first tray in the oven, and we're gonna bake it for 10 minutes. So that's why she's sitting there.
Because the oven's warm. Gosh darn it.
Oh my gosh, those look so good. Okay. You want to get close up with those, Kate?
Yes. Look at that. I want one.
You can burn yourself. All right, so we're gonna pull these out of the oven. Grab our next batch here. I think we should just do them one at a time. Okay. We found with this oven, it's about 12 minutes that we have to do it. So we're gonna turn them halfway through. So these are soft pretzels. I'm sharing one with Miles because we're gonna take the rest of them down to my grandmother and my aunt, and we're gonna share them all together with everybody. So we're gonna put some spicy brown mustard on it. Want some? Yeah. We're gonna give these a try. Oh, those are really good. So make sure that you like and subscribe. Like I said, I'll leave this recipe over on our website, goandbaddystore.com, and more updates as we go. Bye.